Quarter for 250,000, 250,000, 3 A's. Take them. Ladies and gentlemen, we're out front of the New York Stock Exchange. I'm here with my man, Dan Ives. This is Einstein and Ives, one of the great conversations in history. We are breaking ground. We are making things accessible and fun when it comes to understanding what's going on in the market. Obviously, Dan is one of the top tech people in the tech analysts in the world, and it's super important for you to look. He's my go-to. He's the brightest guy in town. He will break things down in a way that nobody else. We have a spectacular fun time on CNN. We've been on there since February. We blew over the ratings there. They've never seen ratings like that. Dan is somebody that can really make sense of all of this stuff. You put us two together, it's, you know what, it's like lamb and tuna fish. It's like peanut butter and jelly. You've never seen anything like it. So where does that leave us? Dan Ives has recently, now we know Dan has been touting tech for the longest time. He is an advisor for Wedbush, okay? Old family firm here in America, one of the top, right? The father of Nvidia. Some say it's Jensen Huang, it's not, it's Dan Ives. All that being said, ETFs, you know what that is? Electronically traded fund, okay? That is where you put together a little basket of stocks within a sector so that you don't have to buy individual stocks. If you like a sector, you can buy the basket. Luxury goods, sports goods, I mean, it can be any number of things. Energy stocks, sector ETFs are one of the most powerful things in the world. Dan Ives just recently launched Ives, IBES. This is not a recommendation. I'm not a financial advisor. Disclaimer across the board, I'm not telling you what to do with your money. However, Dan's a super bright guy. He recently launched Ives, which is his 30 top picks. Tell us about Ives. It is the newest ETF on the market, and it is one of the fastest growing assets under management in the ETF space in history. In the last 2 months, 2.5 months?
About 3.5 months.
3.5 months, over $700 million assets under management. Ladies and gentlemen, that is groundbreaking. Talk about it to me. Tell me what's going on.
Very simply, it's based on our research, the 30 names that we view as the AI winners in software and chips, you know, across cybersecurity, across the consumer side. Look, I just think it's very important as the AI revolution spreads to the second, third, fourth derivative, infrastructure, power, that these are the names that we identify as 30, but it changes every quarter.
Right. And do you adjust the names or you adjust the weighting?
It's all based on my research in terms of the names.
Okay.
And that's why it's one where, you know, I think investors that have followed us know this is a dynamic way to understand the space, to follow it, and what I view as really the core winners from the consumer side to the enterprise side.
And you know what? That's so exciting. So think about it. If you're completely green here in this business, right? You can buy individual stocks. There are over 3,000 listed companies here on the floor of the exchange. And then you can buy their financial instruments, S&P 500, NASDAQ. That's groupings, baskets of 500 stocks. The Dow originally was 30 stocks. So you can buy and get a footprint exposure to the market by buying different kinds of financial instruments. An ETF is just another extension of that. It's basically taking a sector. Now imagine this. Let's say you buy one stock because you like AI, and you buy one stock and something bad happens, like Nvidia, for instance. Nothing bad is going to happen to Nvidia. But for instance, we had a couple of bumps in the road over the last couple of years where the president said that they could not sell their chips to China. And then recently China said, we're not going to be buying our chips from you. That individual stock, you may like the sector, but that stock may take a hit off of that news. But if you buy a sector-based ETF, which is a group of 30 names in a sector, you are less likely to get that volatility in case something happens in the space and get a way broader exposure and footprint in the space to make money.
And it's thematically playing the space. I mean, me and you have talked for years about the AI revolution.
Correct. What inning are we in the game?
We're in the second inning.
Second inning.
Bottom of the second in a 9-inning game.
Bottom of the second in a 9-inning game.
It's 10:15 in the AI party. That started 9 p.m.
Okay.
That goes to 4 a.m.
Okay.
And bottom line is at 6 a.m. when the Bulls and Bears meet up at the bagel store to have lox and cream cheese, the Bulls had a lot better night than the Bears.
And the Bears will be nowhere to be found. Where are the Bears? Where are the Bears? The Bears are not here. So, super excited about this, to see the growth like that. So an ETF, you form an ETF based on a number of stocks that Dan has picked, okay? And then the assets under management are people who are buying the name. Okay, and this thing has grown. Look on the chart. It started at 25 3.5 months ago. It's trading at 31.5 based on the value, the weighted value of the stocks inside the ETF. I'm not recommending it by any means. It is absolutely fascinating. As Dan always says, in the AI revolution, we are clearly in the midst of a revolution. The CapEx spend into the trillions of dollars. And what's incredible is to see all the different companies that really had nothing to do with that space, like Google, Microsoft, Oracle. Why did Oracle go? Oracle, listen, there are only 2 stocks in history that have ever grown more than any other stock in one day's value. Nvidia went up $427 billion in value in a day. And then last week, Oracle went up $300 billion in value in one day based on their commitment to AI.
And where they play in the stack and the AI revolution. Oracle, it's one of our top names.
Yep.
And it's just the start.
It's just the start.
And you know what's funny? I was just thinking, imagine Tuckman was like 4 letters like Tuck.
Right.
Then, or Einstein, like I.
Or EOWS, Einstein of Wall Street.
Who knows?
Could be it. Who knows?
That could, you never know.
You never know. That could be the next ETF to check out. So you know what? I couldn't be more excited. Couldn't be more excited to be with Dan to talk to you about. Look, if anybody's watched these stocks go, and they are the high flyers. They're the high flowers too. February 2023, Nvidia was a $108 stock. February 2024, it was a $900 stock. There have been times where it's pulled back. June of 2024, it went up to $1,200, split 10 for 1, $50 billion buyback, and it's still trading higher than that. All that being said, it is a revolution. It is something that we've never seen, but don't ever think you've missed the party. Don't ever think you missed the party here. This is your opportunity as a retail, somebody who's never traded this market before. You've got to get involved. I want you to invest in stocks, not stuff. Is that what we're talking about?
Exactly. And I know our time's ending here, but guess what? Haters hate, don't listen to them.
You got it. Giddy up on that. Have a great day. And that's all I got to say about that. Einstein and Ives to the moon. Boom! Ives, I-V-E-S. I love you.